plan this morning, well, I was kind of hoping that I could row over to the mooring over there and disconnect the strop and the pickup buoy and the chain, but yeah, it's blowing the hoolie, so that's probably not a great idea, so I'll give that one a miss today, sure. Well, I've spent a bit of time looking for a safe winter layup that's cheap. Most of the winter layups around this part of Falmouth, Penryn are pretty expensive, and I think I've come up with something that fits the bill. It's not ideal, it's not perfect, but I think it's a great place to store your boat in the winter, and also keep it away from weather such as this. The old mooring I had for my fast fisher boat a couple of years back was up there, cost me about £500 a year. Up there they want £500 for a week. If you've got the mind to go park up over there on that marina for the winter, I think they want shy of £1,900. Absolutely fucking extortionate, absolutely scandalous. I don't know how people can afford that. So yeah, I think I found a cheaper option that's well within my budget. Not ideal, not perfect, but yeah, I'll show you where it is and I'll show you how I get set up there. You can see that the back chain is quite easy to find on these foreshore moorings, which is quite nice and handy for setting up a bit of extra chain from the back chain or a bit of extra line. But the problem with the new winter mooring that I'm looking at, you haven't got the luxury of being able to get to the back chain that easily. The back chain's quite a way out, and I think it's buried in a couple of foot of mud. Not nice, not as simple as this. So this is the mooring, pretty much from where that plant is between here and the tree, and about 30 foot out towards the river. Now we're coming close to low water, but there's a lot more water in there than I was led to believe. That's probably because we've had lots and lots of rain over the last few days. I need to get in there somehow and pick up that back chain. I think the only way I'm going to get in there is to find an inlet in. Apparently the riverbed's gravel, so it's pretty firm to walk on, but it's actually getting down there that's going to be a problem. For the hardware inventory, I've got myself 2 meters of 10mm chain, a shackle which will pick up the ground chain, a shackle connected to a swivel, and the swivel will be connected to 8mm polypropylene rope, just cheap rope. The inclusion of the swivel will stop the chain from kinking. I've also got some cable ties. I can tie up the shackles, also blob them with a bit of grease just to make sure that no crap gets in there and they're easy to take off again when I need to change them. So we've got about 20 minutes before the tide starts to turn, so better get a hustle on. Right, so this is the runoff. I'm just hoping that the advice I've been given is sound. We can make it over here. Well, that's not great. Right then. Got solid ground, Jesus. Right, this is fairly solid ground. But I have got the rake to hand, just in case things go tits up. This is not looking good. Okay, yeah. I'm slowly working my way through this. It's not feeling great here. I'm going to find some solid ground. Doesn't feel like there's so much of it. Right. That's a stop. Okay, so yeah, there's way too much water in there. There's a solid bed there, but yeah, just too much water. I can't get in there. The mud's too deep on this edge. So yeah, plan B. I think there's probably a good foot of water, and probably that again with the mud, I don't know. So yeah, plan buggered. Time for plan B. Well, I think we ended up going to plan D, and that was to go across the mud, find the back chain over there's, and get the chain connected to that and get a line up there. So yeah, that's pretty scary, but yeah, job done, one in. We managed to find a line that was already in. We dug it out from a bunch of weed and branches there. Not sure if that does connect to the back chain, so I have to explore that one, but for now we've got 2 stern lines in place. Ideal, happy days. Yeah, net result, absolutely clagged in mud, but yeah, super chuffed and super happy that the lines are in place, and yeah, ready to bring the boat up whenever. So all in all, a bit of a result. Really, I think I paid about £50 for the chain, the rope, and the bits and pieces, and obviously that's a one-off payment. And so the mooring is a 12-month mooring, and it comes in at £88, which is an absolute bargain. So the advantage of this mooring is it's cheap, it's close to home, it's a great place to put the boat over the winter. So when the boat's back in the water in the spring, we need to find a nice cheap summer mooring, and for next winter then we can bring her upriver and store her here for the princely sum of £88. Bargain.